Welcome into Better and Green, and today we have another great show to win you guys some money this weekend. I have been red hot with the Women's World Cup picks, so there's an article out right now, and all my picks today are actually from bettergreen.com, so make sure you head out over there. Wyatt just put out an article about the Week 1 NFL preseason games and who he thinks going to win. Spoiler alert, he didn't pick the Chiefs, so I'm a little salty with Wyatt, but Ethan, I'm going to have you start with the picks today.
Alrighty, yeah. Last week we said football is back because it was the Hall of Fame game. Now we've had to wait a full another week for more football. Football is finally officially really back. We have every team in action between, I believe, tomorrow and Sunday. So really looking forward to this weekend, even though it's preseason. However, pump the brakes on football. I do have one baseball play because I have been kind of hot in baseball. Lost my Cubs play that I was all tweeting about and everything, but I think I'm 5-1 in the past week on baseball. So we will look at a play. It's pretty nice odds here. So this is Thursday night, 10:10 Eastern start. I'm rocking the Rockies on the money line, plus 285.
Wow.
And this is very similar to everything I ever say about baseball. Dodgers' first home game after a road trip. Rockies are rolling through a road trip. If the Rockies win on the road tonight, I forgot who they're playing. The Brewers, maybe? I'm not sure. But if they win tonight, I'll love it even more. Clayton Kershaw on the mound for the Dodgers, which gets you even more value on the Rockies. He is not the big name, shitty pitcher. He's much better than that, but he is aging. He is definitely not what he once was. He's still great, but definitely not what he once was. We get, like I said, added value on the Rockies there at the plus 285. So just kind of two trends that I look to bet on coming together on this Rockies play. And I think the price is just too good to be true. So 285, I'm going to try to win back some of my losses from last week with that nice number.
He's hit it before.
You got some balls doing the plus two high twos, low threes on the daily picks. That your last one hit, so I'm not going to say anything. I like the balls you got on you. So mine are all football. Not going to lie. I really dove into the preseason schedule this weekend. I also don't think I've ever bet this many preseason games in my life, and it's only week 1, so this is probably bad news. It's very scary. I am also riding a little bit of a high. I went 2-0 in the Hall of Fame game. I'm overconfident right now. I think I have the diagnosis on every game. I don't. It's honestly, preseason is such a joke, but it's football. So I'm just going to start my first game. We have the Denver Broncos and the Arizona Cardinals, two very sad organizations. Denver has a lot to prove, obviously, with the new head coach. Arizona, I said in that article, they might not be a franchise at the end of this season. They're god awful. But I'm going to take the under of 37 in this. It's the second highest over of the weekend, which is kind of alarming. I just honestly can't see both these teams scoring. I have no idea what Arizona is going to do. Their quarterbacks really aren't that bad. They got David Blau from the Lions. They got Driscoll, and then they got Colt McCoy as their backups. I doubt Colt McCoy even takes a snap because Kyler Murray is questionable still on the season. And then the Broncos have DiNucci from, remember him from Hard Knocks a couple years ago, and then they also got Stidham. So they have decent quarterbacks, but I just can't really see any of these teams scoring 37 points, let alone. So I'm going to take the under. It's probably a little square, but I have a couple sharper plays later to help that out. So under in the Broncos Cardinals, 37.
Love that one. That is currently in the screenshots section of my phone. So love that play that much. We're going to go with Japan regulation money line at plus 120. Japan, they're the number 1 scoring team. They've scored 14 goals in 4 games. They're on fire. That included a 4-0 shellacking of Spain. And Spain, I believe, I'll get to them later, but they've always been a good team. All these Spanish, Latin American teams, they're very, very good at soccer. I'm expecting them to win. I have my risky header play is my long shot odds play. I had Japan to win by plus 3 at plus 1,500. So I am very confident in Japan. I think they get it done in regulation, and you get it at plus money.
The Japanese piss missile.
Japanese fist missile.
Yes.
Playing the Sweden team that just beat the United States 0-0 on
Oh.
penalty kicks. So Sweden's
they-
coming off a bit of a high.
Are they playing at our franchise expansion stadium?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, they are.
I like it. I've not paid an ounce of attention to the Women's World Cup this year, other than Rapinoe or whatever missing that free kick, which still gives me joy. But I have two more football plays here. Wyatt actually just kind of talked me onto one a little bit. I was going to give out the Patriots spread. I'm now going to give out the Cardinals plus 5.5. Think that's kind of ridiculous for a preseason game. But obviously everyone's shitting on the Cardinals this year. And I think that includes preseason. Every, just casual better an NFL fan is just going to look like, oh, the Cardinals aren't beating anybody this year. Let's just bet against them. So I think you're getting a little bit of value there. Like Wyatt said, this probably calls for a low scoring game. So I'll take as many points as I can get. 5.5. Again, just seems like a lot in preseason. And then I knew they had David Blau, but did not know they had Driscoll. Did not know they had Colt McCoy. I guess I did, but I forgot they had Colt McCoy. Yeah, that's three good preseason quarterbacks. Like Wyatt said too, Denver had a couple of guys there with DiNucci and whoever else who are also decent. But yeah, I like the those quarterbacks for Arizona. That's basically what I'm making this play on. Also, there's going to be a lot of guys on that team, I think, trying to prove themselves. If for no other reason, if they get cut, go sign elsewhere, and it's a brand new beginning for them. So, yeah, I think 5.5 just too many points. Probably low scoring, like Wyatt said. Good quarterbacks for Arizona. I'll take them.
Yeah, I mean, preseason's tough. It's tough. I try to dive in with the rosters, and it can get you so far, but it's a lot of chance in it. But I'm going to go with I think my sharpest play of the weekend, and that is the Buffalo Bills plus 5.5 against the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are going to be a pretty popular team in the preseason. They have a quarterback battle going on. They got Ellinger, they got Minshew, and then they got obviously Richardson. So three really talented quarterbacks, not really a designated starter yet. Minshew is probably the starter week one, but again, Ellinger played a couple games last year. Richardson was the third or fourth overall pick. So there's definitely a quarterback battle there. There's already a lot of talk in Indianapolis regarding the running backs. So I think Indy has a lot of people around them, and I don't really think a lot of people are just going to be taking the Bills on this. The Bills, again, kind of like the Chiefs, they take preseason seriously, but they're a regular season team. Like this for Indianapolis is a huge practice step. The Colts and the Chiefs and the Bills they need it, but like, come on. So who's really going to take the Bills plus 5.5 with Indianapolis Colts being one of the hottest teams in the preseason is probably what people are expecting. So I'll take the Bills plus 5.5 in that game. Also, their quarterbacks, they only have three, and one's Josh Allen. The other one's Kyle Allen, no idea. And the other one's Matt Barkley, back in the old day USC. So Bills really have two, I don't know anything about Kyle Allen, but two crappy quarterbacks. Josh won't play. So it doesn't make any sense to take the Bills. So I'll take them plus 5.5.
I think Kyle Allen started for the Panthers for a little bit.
Did he?
And Washington.
And Washington, yeah. Pretty unimpressive.
Okay.
But he does have some starts under his belt.
Yes.
Say what?
He does have some starts under his belt.
Yep. Okay. I did not know that.
I think I love what you're saying about these good teams in the preseason. I feel like we need to have a slogan like there's preseason teams and there's postseason teams. Don't be high on the postseason teams in the preseason.
And let's not forget 2008, Lions went 6-0 in the preseason, didn't win a game in the regular season. So there's different dynamic in the preseason.
We're going to go to Spain and Netherlands. Spain, if you're looking at the money line here, actually it's pretty disrespectful to the Netherlands. They got the Netherlands at plus 160 just to advance when this should be much closer to a pick'em. The thing is, the Netherlands have not lost yet. Spain, they did have a loss. They lost that 0-4 game I was just talking about to Japan, but Japan's one of the best teams out there. And a stat I found very interesting in that game is that even though they lost 4-0, they had the ball for 78% of the time, which seems like a crazy high number for a team that got blown out. The Netherlands, they've had a couple ties, I believe. I don't have the games pulled up in front of me, but they're being outshot by the teams that they're facing. Their shots are just going in. So I think if you're gonna win, you're gonna need the ball, and you have to have the ball to be able to shoot it at the goal. I think Spain is going to beat them in that category. I really like Spain to advance. That's my safe play, but that's at minus 205. So I'm going to take Spain in regulation. I don't have that number pulled up in front of me, but I believe it's like minus 120 or around that area.
Ben, is this the round of 8? Is that what we're sitting in now?
Yes. Yeah, because we just got done with the round of 16.
Okay. All right. I reverted. I want to give out the Lions so bad tomorrow night or Friday night, but I'm gonna revert back to my Patriots play. I'm giving out the Patriots plus 3.5 Thursday night against the Texans. Texans probably kind of a public play with CJ Stroud, kind of the younger team, John Mechie, Will Anderson, all those guys getting some playing time. But New England is actually I don't like this at all. New England's getting 83% of the bet, and the line is going in their favor. I don't like that. Screw it. Give me Detroit. I like Detroit. Plus 3 at home. Didn't have a great preseason last year under Dan Campbell, but not that I think Dan Campbell really cares. I thought last year, this guy's going to care a ton about the preseason. He didn't. I don't think that's really going to change much, but basically my preface for this play is they're playing the Giants. I don't think the Giants' first string is going to be that good. I think they're going to regress a ton from last year. Don't even know who their second string is. The Lions just signed Teddy Bridgewater. They have Hendon Hooker, who, now that I think about it, I don't even know if he's going to play, if he's healthy. But I like the Lions' backups enough to where I think they can have a good preseason this year. I think they're going to be a bet-on team for the 3 preseason games. And again, at home, catching 3 points. I just think it's too good to be true. I want to have something to root for on Friday when I'm watching it as well. So I will try the Lions plus 3. Sorry, I'm all over the board there. I had a ton to say about the Patriots, but that scared me.
You took the square play with the Lions. I'll take the square play with the Ravens. Actually, I don't even know if this is square or not because obviously the Ravens have a lot of hype. Their quarterback room's kind of crazy. They're all the same dude, little speedy black dude, every single one of them. But they're -6, so I hope that kind of gets people off the line because it is the biggest line of the day. And like you said earlier, -6 point spread in a preseason game is really high. But it's pretty obvious to take the Ravens here. The Eagles, like the Chiefs, like a couple other of these teams, like the Bills, not a preseason team. They don't really have a whole lot to prove. Now, if you are the Ravens, you have everything to prove because you had a terrible season last year. This year, you have a bunch of new guys. So there's going to be a lot of fighting for positions, a lot of things to prove to the coaches, to the fan base, to the GM. So I think Baltimore gets it done. The Eagles have Ian Book, Mariota, and Tanner McKee at quarterback. And then, like I said, the Ravens have Josh Johnson, Huntley, Anthony Brown. They're all just crappier Lamar Jacksons. So I just think the Ravens are going to get it done. I think they could win by 10, 14 points in this one.
I like it. I'm going to hop over to the other article out now on bettergreen.com. That is Wyatt's article, so I'd love to discuss this one with you, Wyatt, see what you came up with. But week 1 preseason, I cannot wait any longer to bet against the terrible Titans at under 37.5. They're facing the Bears, another team that offensively is probably going to struggle. I love it. Is that the highest line out there? It's one of them.
There's 139. That's the Bucks Steelers.
Okay, so it's the second highest.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on with that, man?
I don't know.
I mean, I get like Levis and Willis, like they're mobile guys, but the starting receivers for the Titans aren't great. I mean, you got old DeAndre Hopkins and Treylon Burks. So if these guys are beneath them, I don't have much faith in their offense.
Yeah, the only reason I would think the line's that high is they just think the Titans quarterbacks are going to do something, and I just don't think that's possible. I don't even know who. I looked up Chicago's second string. I don't even know. I've never heard of that guy before. So yeah, I can't see where there's going to be points. I don't know if they know something that I don't, but yeah, I love that under.
Punt fest.
Yeah, I would think it has to be with Willis and Levis.
Yeah,
would have to be the thinking there. But
who are they throwing to?
I can't even. They're running the ball.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's getting 20 carries in preseason.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys got anything else to add before we get out of here?
Yeah, I just want to piggyback really quick on Wyatt's Ravens. Wyatt, I might have missed this. I might have just dozed off when you were talking, but did you mention the Ravens record in preseason over the last Jim Harbaugh era or John Harbaugh?
Is it good? Or is it bad?
They're 18-0. They have not lost.
Wow.
And they've covered the
I did not even look that up.
17 of the 18.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're an absolute machine.
So it's probably a square play.
Yeah, which I'm scared every year to play them because I'm like, well, they're going to lose eventually. And they just don't. So last year I didn't play any Ravens games. They won them all. So, yeah, I like that play. And then one last thing on the Ravens. I was going to bring this up, but I might pull trigger already on a week 2 bet of the NFL regular season, and that is Baltimore catching 3.5 points at Cincinnati. And if Joe Burrow, because Zach Taylor just came out today, said Burrow was multiple weeks away from the last time he said multiple weeks or something like that. Jamar Chase said he didn't even want to see him until week 5. I don't know if this is a bunch of smoke and mirrors, but 3.5 plus 3.5 on the Ravens would be a gift. If Burrow's not playing. So,
what actually did he get diagnosed with?
Calf strain.
Calf strain.
And that's that long?
Wow. I don't know.
Okay. Week 5, though? We're still 4 weeks out. That's a 9-week calf strain?
Well, he heard it like 2 weeks ago, too. So, or 3.
Yeah.
It's probably smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Because I almost pulled trigger and I was like, DraftKings has this up for a reason. They want people to take this.
Yeah.
So I haven't done it yet, but I don't know. It's tempting. I think Baltimore's going to be better than Cincy this year anyway. So I'd kind of like the 3.5, even with Burrow.
You're just a Cincy hater this year.
Yeah, every year.
Yeah.
It's true.
But yeah, throwing that out there. Bonus play.
I want to point out that I was hating on the Titans before it was cool. So just wanted to make sure everybody knew that. All right, guys.
I was backing the Titans every game last year.
It's tough. I at least jumped off week 10, I think. No, week 12. Maybe week 15.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
That's going to do it for Better and Green. Make sure you guys go over to bettergreen.com. Read our articles. We got a lot of stuff coming out over there. We got another article coming out tomorrow about what draft strategy you should have at the 3rd overall pick. And speaking of draft picks, we're going to be doing a mock draft episode coming out tomorrow on Friday. So make sure you guys enjoy that. Subscribe to our channel. I believe we're at $11 right now, raised for St. Jude. So keep that going, guys. We got a $250 goal. Let's get there before kickoff, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace, guys.
Later, guys.
See you guys.
You better start listening to the Better and Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome to Better and Green, eh? To Better and Green, eh? To Better and Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top. Hey, shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome to our podcast, Better and Green.